Hey everybody, Paul Burry, Family Friendly Gaming, and with me is
Yolanda Burry.
And we're doing an FFG Reacts. An FFG Reacts on...
Breakthrough.
That's right. We went to a movie screening of Breakthrough. We got a pin. It doesn't have any branding on the pin, so I don't know if you really care to see that it's a big round stick, because it's not really any branding. We did also get a little bracelet. Cameraman's going to help show the bracelet to y'all. And then they gave us a little piece of paper based on the Impossible True Story. Chrissy Metz, Josh Lucas, Topher Grace, Mike Coulter. It is in theaters Easter 2019. Once I get that back, I'll finish reading on it. Devon Franklin did some of the music, you think?
I think he's the producer. I don't know.
Yeah, and then Chrissy Metz, she's from that TV show This Is Us,
right.
I think. So from producer, Devon Franklin is the producer. He also did Miracles from Heaven. And starring Chrissy Metz, This Is Us, Breakthrough is the enthralling reminder that faith and love can create a mountain of hope and sometimes even a miracle. From 20th Century Fox. So, what were your thoughts on Breakthrough?
Tearjerker.
Tearjerker.
Needed a Kleenex warning.
So that is, how many Kleenex warnings do we need? Is it 1 Kleenex, 3 Kleenex? How many Kleenex warning do we need to
A whole box.
Whole box of Kleenex warning for Breakthrough. For those who don't know, this is based on the incredible true story of there were 3 teenagers who in St. Louis in 2015 decided to play on the Lake St. Louis.
St. Louis, yes.
And in the wintertime, when it was frozen, of course you're not like, oh, they're playing in the summer. No, this is wintertime. They're on the ice, and while they're out there playing around, they all 3 fall through.
Yes.
And they all 3 are getting up to the ice. One of them is crawling out of the ice, and while he's crawling out, he kicks another one right in the head. And so he kicks him right in the head, kind of stuns him, dazes him, and he goes under and drowns. The rescuers come. They rescue the 2 boys, who one is still in the water, one is out of the water on the ice. They get them out of there, and then they start trolling around with these poles. 2 of them get in the water, and they're going around with poles trying to find the body of the 3rd boy. It took them, like 15 minutes to find his body, I think, something like that?
Something like that.
So around 15 minutes, they find the body, and before he finds the body, the one gentleman, the black gentleman in the water, hears he thinks what was
the chief
tell him, go back. He's like, go back? Well, okay, if you say so. So he goes back and he finds the boy, pulls him up. Of course, as you understand, he's dead. He's drowned. They get him up and start resuscitation. As they get him onto the hospital, they continue attempts to resuscitate in the hospital for like 45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes.
45 minutes. He's been dead for, 45 minutes or an hour at that point?
45 minutes.
Okay, so he's been dead for 45 minutes. And they finally call it and say, we've done all we can do. He's dead, Jim. I'm sorry. So the mom's there at the hospital, and they let her come see her son.
Yes.
And do you remember what she was doing?
Praying.
And was she crying and screaming? And
she may have been.
She was pretty. Chrissy Metz did a really good job with that part, and she was pretty worked up, and she was praying. And what happened after she prayed?
The little boy's heart started again.
So the heartbeat started, and then they sent him to the Allstate gentleman who played that doctor. What was his name?
It's not on here.
Oh, okay.
The Allstate Stan guy, though.
Yeah.
The black gentleman, yes. He was the doctor.
He was the doctor.
At the children's hospital.
The best drowning expert.
Yes.
And he pretty much tells him, look, he's not going to make it through the night. I'm sorry. He was deprived of oxygen for too long. His organs are failing. His brain's failing. He's done. And the mother was like, there's going to be no negativity here. If you're the best, give him the best. So he survives the night and keeps surviving. And finally, because they put him in medical coma until he started having fever from the medicines.
Fever.
they finally decided, let's wake him up, let's see what we're dealing with, and he was completely healed. He was totally healthy, normal.
Correct.
And do you remember what happened when we went back to school, which I thought was really cool?
Well, he didn't have to make up all of his work. It didn't sound like.
But the question people asked him and what he had to deal with. This is something I never thought of, but I guess it's something that people that are healed like this have to deal with.
But there was a miracle.
Yeah, the teacher was like, well, why did you get healed and my husband
Correct.
died? And then other people left notes on his locker, little stickies. It's like, why did you get healed and my brother is dead? Or,
Your parents are divorced. There was lots of different things on his
It's
locker.
like, why did a nice thing happen to you? Instead of like being, wow, this is awesome, this miracle happened, they're like, kind of jealous.
Yeah.
There's some jealousy going on there. And I think it was neat that this movie showed that.
It also showed, I'm not going to give away the whole thing, it seemed they had a new pastor in their church.
Oh, and his haircut.
Yeah, she was always obsessing about his hair. But it was nice to see how you bring in a new pastor, he has new ways, new ideas, and it really kind of showed how they worked through all that through the church. When you bring a new pastor in and they start shaking things up, that it really sheds a light on that really happens.
Oh yeah. They had a lot of realism in this movie, and that's something that someone else commented when we were at the movie screener, that they said it felt really real, that they felt like this was like really happening right then and there. And this did happen in 2015, by the way. And so it's really quick from 2015 down to 2018, or actually 2019, it'll be coming out Easter 2019. But still, I mean, that's a pretty quick turnaround for something that really happened to get a movie going that quickly. Another really cool scene was the gentleman who found him, who had the big stick, and he was going down and not stick, pole, and they found the boy and pulled him up. They met later at the same lake, and they were sitting there at a bench having a conversation.
Correct.
I thought that was really neat that the two of them got to meet, and
I think
went
you
full
should
circle.
Stop, or you're going to give away way too much of the movie.
So I don't want to spoil anything else for all y'all. This is our reaction to Breakthrough, and as far as Christian movies go, this is to me one of the highest quality Christian movies I've ever seen. Okay. So I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Goodbye.